Wondered how the life of a lion, the king of the jungle, unfolds from the moment it is born? Well, the birth of a cub is something quite extraordinary. Picture this: a tiny vulnerable creature weighing just around 2 to 3 pounds, brought into a world that is both awe-inspiring and full of danger. Unlike the regal, imposing figure they will grow into, lion cubs are born utterly defenseless. They are blind, their ears are closed, and they are entirely dependent on their mother's protection and care. In the early days, the lioness takes on the role of a fierce protector and a nurturing mother. She hides her cubs in dense vegetation, away from prying eyes and potential threats. The first few weeks of a cub's life are spent in isolation with their mother, away from the rest of the pride. In this secluded den, the lioness nurses her cubs, their only source of sustenance in these tender initial days. She licks them clean, stimulates their bodily functions, and keeps them warm, their tiny bodies nestled against her own. Perhaps one of the most fascinating aspects of a lion cub's early life is their blindness at birth. Their eyes are closed shut, and they are plunged into darkness for the first week or two of their existence. This vulnerability is a stark contrast to the keen, penetrating gaze that they will develop as they grow, a gaze that misses nothing in their kingdom. But after about a week or two, a remarkable transformation takes place. The cub's eyes open, and they begin to see the world for the first time. It's a world that is wild, beautiful, and full of challenges that they will have to navigate as they grow. The cub's journey to becoming the king of the jungle is filled with many challenges, starting from its very first day in the wild. But these initial trials are just the beginning of an incredible journey, a journey that will see the cub grow from a helpless newborn into the undisputed king of the jungle. As days turn into weeks, the cubs start to explore their surroundings, under the watchful eyes of their mother. It's a world of wonder for these little ones, each day bringing new sights, sounds, and experiences. The cub's playground is a place of discovery, a place to learn and grow. In this vast playground, the cub's playful behavior is a joy to behold. They pounce, they tumble, they chase each other's tails, their tiny roars echoing in the wilderness. From a distance, it may seem like pure fun and games, but there's much more happening beneath the surface. These interactions with their siblings are their first lessons in socialization. They learn to communicate, to understand each other's signals and cues. They learn the subtle art of establishing dominance, with each play fight serving as a practice for future battles. It's a dance of power and submission, a delicate balance that will shape their place in the pride later on. Beyond socialization, these cubs are also learning essential survival skills. Their playful stalking and pouncing are the rudiments of hunting. Each leap, each swipe of a paw, is a step towards mastering the art of the chase. With their mother as their guide, they begin to understand the rhythm of the hunt, the thrill of the chase, and the satisfaction of a successful catch. The cub's playground is much more than a space for play. It's a classroom in the wild. It's where they learn the rules of the animal kingdom, where they discover their strengths and weaknesses, where they start to understand the harsh realities of survival. The play fights, the chases, the stalking games, they all serve a higher purpose. They are the building blocks of the skills they'll need to survive and thrive in the wild. They are the foundation upon which the future kings and queens of the jungle will stand. These playful bouts are more than just games, they are crucial lessons in survival in the wild. As the cubs grow into adolescence, they start to venture further from their mother's side. It's a crucial phase in their journey to adulthood, a time of discovery, learning, and challenges. They are no longer the playful cubs we saw in the previous scenes. They are now adolescent lions, yearning for independence yet still reliant on their pride for survival. In the wild, adolescence is a time of tough lessons. Our adolescent lions must learn to hunt effectively, a skill that is vital for their survival. They watch and learn from the adults, practicing on smaller prey before daring to take on the larger, more dangerous game. It's a trial by fire, and not all will succeed at first, but each failure is a lesson. Each miss a step towards mastery, but hunting isn't their only challenge. They must also learn to navigate the complexities of pride life and the dangers of the wild. Predators are a constant threat, and each adolescent lion must learn to stand its ground, to fight when necessary, and to flee when the odds are against them. For male lions, adolescence brings an additional hurdle. They are often pushed out of their birth pride, seen as threats to the reigning male. This eviction is a harsh dose of reality, a sudden plunge into a world where they must survive alone or find another pride to join. This journey is perilous, filled with potential threats and challenges. However, it's not all struggle and hardship. Adolescence is also a time of exploration and adventure. It's a time when our lions discover their strengths, learn to trust their instincts, and start to establish their place in the wild. Adolescence is a time of great change for lions, as they must learn to survive and thrive on their own. It's a period of transformation, where the playful cubs become the kings and queens of the wild. And as with any journey, it's fraught with challenges, but it's these challenges that shape them into the majestic creatures they are destined to become. The journey from adolescence to adulthood is a defining period in a lion's life. As the lion steps into this phase, he must face numerous challenges that will ultimately shape him into the king of the jungle. In the wild expanse of the savanna, competition for dominance is fierce. Our young lion, now a fully grown male, finds himself in a world where strength, courage, and cunning are the only currencies that matter. His mission? To become the head of a pride. But to do that, he must first challenge and defeat older, more experienced males. These battles are not for the faint of heart. They are brutal, ruthless, and a definitive rite of passage. For a lion, victory means more than just survival. It means respect, authority, and the right to lead. And so, our lion, driven by an instinct as old as time itself, steps into the arena. With a roar that echoes across the plains, he throws down the gauntlet, challenging the reigning king. As the young lion matures, his signature mane begins to grow. This mane, a striking feature unique to male lions, signifies his maturity. It's not merely decorative but serves a purpose in these fierce battles. The fuller and darker the mane, the more intimidating the lion. It's a visual declaration of his strength, intended to give pause to potential rivals and attract the attention of females. But the mane isn't just about bravado. It provides a degree of protection during fights, shielding the lion's neck and throat from lethal bites. Thus, the mane is not just a symbol of power, but a crucial tool for survival. The journey to becoming the king is a gauntlet of trials and tribulations. It's a path paved with danger, where only the strongest and the most determined can prevail. For the lion, this journey is a testament to his resilience, his courage, and his indomitable spirit. Becoming the king of the jungle is no easy feat, and it requires strength, courage, and determination. This is the making of the king, a story of survival, of power, and ultimately of triumph. Once a male lion takes over a pride, his reign begins. The king of the jungle steps into a role that is as demanding as it is awe-inspiring. His tasks? They range from the protection of his pride to the safeguarding of his territory, a duty he performs with an unparalleled fierceness and dedication. The lion in his prime is a sight to behold. His majestic mane, a symbol of his power and dominance, is at its fullest. His roar, a sound that can be heard up to 5 miles away, is a clear declaration of his rule over his domain. His territory, which can extend up to 100 square miles, is his kingdom, and he defends it with an unyielding resolve. The lion's reign, however, is not eternal. A male lion's prime lasts for about 6 to 10 years. After this, age begins to take its toll. His once magnificent mane begins to thin, and his roar loses some of its vigor. But even in his later years, the lion carries a certain grace and dignity that commands respect. His days are spent mostly in rest, often up to 20 hours a day. But don't be fooled. This rest is crucial for the lion, helping him conserve energy for hunting and defending his pride. His nights, on the other hand, are for patrols and hunts, ensuring the safety and sustenance of his pride. As the lion ages, he may eventually lose his pride to a younger, stronger male. But his legacy lives on in his offspring, who carry his genes and his teachings into the next generation. From a vulnerable cub to the majestic king, the life of a lion is a remarkable journey of survival and dominance in the wild. Each stage of his life is a testament to the strength, courage, and resilience that make the lion truly deserving of the title, King of the Jungle.